to do what you're already doing, as they said in the video. You should talk and discuss with people online because you like learning, not because you like earning. So I feel like they're 90% of the way there, but that extra 10%, I'm wondering about, like, how do you maybe they have some AI algorithm that encourages only high level discussion, but I don't know how it does that or what they qualify as high level. Like, if you say when Moon or when Binance, you don't deserve tokens. Like, it's plain as that. I can just I could pay people to type all day in Telegram and make dumb comments. I don't think I should earn money for that. It shouldn't be a farmable thing.
Boom. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another 10-minute eye test. This is Sasha with Arcanum Ventures. I'm here with my good friend and co-founder, Carmelo. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right. Busy week as always.
All right. Yeah. And today we're going to dive into a fun AI project, another AI project, but we know a little bit about this already. The project is called Chappyz, and we actually know the team that worked on the token economy. So it's going to be fun to dive into this one and see what's going to happen, because I think they're launching, or at least the IDO is planned in 2 days. So Carmelo, any predictions? How do you feel about this one?
I think they got some pretty good traction. Like, they've been very patient with their launch, and I guess we're cheating a little bit because we do have a little bit of context information, background information on this one, but relatively we don't know that much about it, so it's still a fair 10-minute eye test assessment. This is random, but I just can't help thinking about that movie the guy from District 9 made, Chappy, this robot. Yeah. So that's all I can think of when I hear the name Chappyz.
I wonder if that's where the name came from, really, because, AI, robot, etc. And I guess maybe we'll find out based on the branding. But I've got CryptoRank up here, and you guys can see Chappyz, Chaps is the token ticker. Blockchain service company that's launching in, I guess, tomorrow on Chain GPT Pad. Good for them. Pools Finance and Cetify. And so I'll go ahead and start the clock and see how far we get. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And boom. All right, 10 minutes. Here we go. Chappyz is an AI-powered protocol and bot. I don't know why they capitalize bot.
To really drive home the point that it's a bot. if the logo didn't already give it away.
Yeah. Raising $850K. And a token price, a launch price of 0.006 of a penny, which is, let's be honest here, that's shitcoin territory. I don't know why they have such a massive token supply of 10 billion, but a fully diluted market cap of 6 billion. And initial market cap of close to 200,000. So that looks like a micro cap launch strategy right off the bat. Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah. I know you don't like all those zeros in the initial price either. Not a fan of those zeros.
We talked about micro cap launches before. The strategy is hopefully price discovery will dictate future price. And by price discovery, I mean how much speculation and pumping can be generated after the token launch. So I guess our goal remains the same. Dive in and see what the token's about as an investment vehicle and see if it's worth taking a second look at or potentially investing, or maybe there's a bunch of red flags where we just want to scrap this one. So we'll dive into the website now.
Yeah, and before we do, just a reminder, if you're enjoying this, please give us your comments and a like for the video below, and even a subscribe if you really feel generous today. Thanks.
All right. Engage and earn instantly. It's a good hero text, honestly. I don't know what this big space here is for, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit... Oh, I think that's maybe where the robot pops up. The logo, but maybe not.
Well, that's a little bit of a fail. Chappyz is an AI-powered plug-and-play protocol that helps build real community engagement and growth, whilst rewarding community members in real time. And so this is a good use case for a token. I think we've been vocal about this before, using a decentralized digital asset supply
Mm-hmm.
to crowdsource labor or consensus in some way. And so if you're rewarding people for engaging and providing healthy and promotional community engagement and feedback, that's a great use case. I like that. The real challenge is going to be seeing how they incentivize users to reinvest that value back into the product or ecosystem, because otherwise it's just rewards heavy, emissions heavy, and inflationary.
Yeah, the word earn kind of triggers me always, but it can be done in a sustainable way. But more often than not, it's not sustainable. But I think people are starting to get wise to that, and they're starting to build it accordingly, because people know that earn is kind of a buzzword and doesn't work well usually.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the kind of blank to earn moniker died a while back, but
no, it's still very much alive.
Still waiting for nap to earn.
Yeah, I would be rich. You want to watch that video on the top, or is that? I don't know.
Let's check it out.
I'm thinking about start earning and play video.
Here we go.
Rewards users like you for talking about your favorite topics, bringing up fresh ideas, and just having fun. Chappy can upgrade every Web3 community. It's a simple-to-use platform that makes hanging around and chatting in your social groups feel extra rewarding. In the background, the Chappy AI reads your tweets, enjoys your memes, laughs about your jokes, and rewards you when you just do what you normally do with tokens. So, how to become friends with Chappy? It's simple. Just link your username and Web3 wallet on our website. Add all your socials where Chappy is at so you can be rewarded. That's it. In addition to posting and sharing, there will be fun assignments to earn extra tokens, like playing games or inviting friends to the chat. With all your discussions, fresh ideas, and fun content, your wallet will fill up quickly with those valuable tokens to trade with. And as more and more communities connect with Chappy, the value of your Chappy tokens will go up and up. With so many more users being active, having fun, and feel appreciated, the possibilities are endless. So what are you waiting for? Let's connect and start earning tokens.
It was a really nicely made video, and honestly a really cool product, like from the sound of it. Like, I know there's been some very antiquated versions of this last bull market that people were using to build community. Everybody knows that community is pretty important in Web3, so pretty innovative idea. As far as execution goes, we can't know right now. It's a little bit early unless we get like a product demo, but definitely intriguing idea.
Yeah, that video was actually really good, and the robot looks pretty cute. I like the branding, the production quality. If they're able to integrate across all those social media platforms, that's pretty awesome. I know a lot of them have APIs. Tools exist for many of them, but some in particular are pretty difficult. I think YouTube, for example, is quite difficult to integrate a product into, because they kind of try and keep a lot of like the back end like access for algorithmic means or whatever, a little bit more like in-house and private. I noticed a couple examples they used in healthy community interaction. That video was like
When
what was that? Yeah, when Moon. I'm
bullish.
bearish on bulls who FUD on bullish news. It's like, dude, I really hope you're not giving 25, 50, 75 tokens to people that post that crap. That is not healthy engagement. In fact, that exists everywhere. And so basically you're rewarding people to breathe. But I think it does like from a marketing perspective, it does the job in like helping people understand, how this product's going to work. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of earn lingo here. So, this is a funny thing I think a lot of teams kind of miss in the marketing side. Whenever you bring earn in Web3 into your marketing campaign, you tend to draw crowds of people that are simply focused on like yield farming, accumulating value in different tokens, and basically like doing the minimum effort to get the maximum reward. And so I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, although like this is kind of geared towards that specifically.
Hey, we can give our main verdicts after the the 10 minutes, but I think the two things we should be looking for right now is how do they pay people out? Like, where does that money come from? Is it coming from training an AI model? Are they incentivizing people that way, and that's why they're willing to pay? And how do they retain these tokens in the ecosystem? Obviously, absolutely. You don't want this to just become a sell token, or else me as an investor, you as an investor, we would not want to invest in this token because it's just going to hemorrhage emissions. So those are the two questions I have. Like, maybe we have enough time to figure that out.
Well, that's a challenge, but let's go. I think we got a couple minutes left. Okay, so how can I earn rewards on Chappy, or what rewards? They've got cookie tokens and they've got Chappyz. So it sounds like it's a dual token economy. Maybe the cookie tokens is an inflationary reward token, and Chappyz might be what was actively used to leverage as an investment vehicle.
Yep.
Rewards on Chappyz are distributed instantly upon completing tasks. So it sounds like there's some sort of dashboard. You need to register an account. That might be why they're bringing NFTs into it.
Yeah.
And also, looks like a reputation system. Watch your profile climb up the leaderboard. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I had a similar idea a long time ago. Like I said, there's like older, poorly executed options that tried to do this, but this seems to be way more advanced, so it's definitely impressive.
I'm not seeing anything about the tokens, so I think we needed to do the white paper.
Yeah. Is it? There you go.
Let's do it. Oh, get book.
No. I think we need to start doing like a eye test bingo card.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
So much fun.
I'm going to go right down to tokenomics and see what happens here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the utilities, medium of exchange. So users are rewarded for engagement, and they can purchase premium items. Not sure what premium items are. I'm sure that might be like somewhere in the NFT section. Proof of commitment.
They have the NFTs, but we're not. I still haven't seen anything about what the NFTs actually do in the ecosystem. Like, I think you can do this without an NFT, as far as I know.
Yeah, maybe centralized registered account. Proof of commitment, which is a very good use case for token rewards that are aggregated in some sort of like custodial wallet. And access to internal pool. Not sure what that means, but we've got tokenomics, which is the vesting. Oh man, that's 10 minutes.
I'm actually a little bit surprised there isn't more information. It looks like that's all the information on the token we're going to get. Even though there's an NFT and there's supposedly 2 tokens, it's a dual token system. So all we're getting is a vesting schedule and then some light mentions of the utility. I know, as you mentioned, we know the team behind this, the token economy, and they're very good. And I know that they've done more work on the token economy. So I don't know why they're not more public about how this token functions within the ecosystem. But I know it's more than this for sure. It's got to be.
There is this tab right here. I'm so tempted to click on, but our 10 minutes is up. Okay, real quick.
Who's going to get us? The police?
I mean, the tokenomics police could come. Okay, this is like this kind of looks like it was copy pasted from some economy document, but we've got an economy here.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's reassuring that they actually. That's what I was worried about. Like, we don't need to dive into it too much, but it's nice to know that they thought about it and it's there actually if you need to see it.
Yeah, that's reassuring as far as like the token economy goes. And I see a lot of arrows going around in circles. I'm not going to dive too deep into this because our 10 minutes is up and I feel kind of guilty about that. But these recirculation methods of value that's going out to users and coming back is very important. I see project A, project B, users. So it looks like this is a mix of B2B utility and B2C utility, which is a fantastic idea when you've got, like an asset on chain that you need to recirculate value with.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a nice graphic. I'm glad they put it in there.
Yeah, that was a pretty one. Well, that's Chappyz. That's 10 minutes on Chappyz. And it is an engage to earn AI fueled protocol that is integrated into social media communities. I think in the video it showed Twitter, YouTube, Discord, maybe LinkedIn. I don't know, there's a couple other ones, but
Twitch,
Telegram.
Telegram for sure.
Pretty cool.
Discord,
Yeah.
You already said that.
What's your take on it? Verdict time.
Where to begin? Okay, so there's a few things before I even get to the actual investment. There's a few things that don't really sit so right with me. And one, like the idea of linking a wallet. I don't know where these tokens are being held. So maybe a custodial wallet that's part of the platform. But the idea of connecting all of my social accounts with a wallet, I don't like. I don't really want those things connected personally. But it's nothing new. Like I know these things like Gleam, these old antiquated solutions we mentioned, those do essentially the same thing. You tie your social handles to an address. This is just more connected. So I don't know how comfortable I personally would be as a user, but I don't know. One of my main concerns though, like forget about that for a second. I saw maybe a week ago that Reddit just got rid of their moons for their cryptocurrency. And it was like their own native token, which they used to incentivize people to comment and interact like you mentioned. So what happened, because this is fascinating for me personally, what happened was everybody started farming it. Everybody treats any earn situation like we should name this a law for this, like the farmer's law. But anything you can earn, people will find a way to farm. Airdrops, anything. So people were just leaving low effort comments all over there, and the communication, the discussion died. It was non-existent. It was just a bunch of people saying bullish. There's a bunch of people reacting to reactions that don't mean anything. So they scrapped this and they got rid of the token a week ago, and everybody was pissed about it, all these farmers. So I'm kind of reluctant to trust, or like, I think there's a need for a product like this basically, but earn to do what you're already doing. As they said in the video, you should talk and discuss with people online because you like learning, not because you like earning. So I feel like they're 90% of the way there, but that extra 10%, I'm wondering about, like, how do you maybe they have some AI algorithm that encourages only high level discussion, but I don't know how it does that or what they qualify as high level. Like if you say when Moon or when Binance, you don't deserve tokens. Like it's plain as that. I can just I could pay people to type all day in Telegram and make dumb comments. I don't think I should earn money for that. It shouldn't be a farmable thing. So that being said, I don't know about the token. Like it's definitely interesting enough to look deeper into. I don't know about investing in the token itself. Maybe there's other options, like maybe the NFT is a better store of value. We don't know enough about the NFTs or the way those two tokens function together. So that's something I would look into. I think they have impressive traction. The model looks good. The business model, the platform looks cool. I'd like to see a demo. So yeah, interesting enough to look into more. But I don't know about investing in the token from what I've seen so far.
I mean, these are really valid points. I like how you brought up the Reddit Moon token. That was a very, very interesting point, considering, like, this isn't anything really new. Farming rewards based on engagement is something that's been around for, to my knowledge, at least a couple of years, especially since cryptocurrency came to market or became more popular. And like the success or failure of an engage to earn economy is not dictated by how you really structure the token economy so much. I mean, it's a big factor, but it's more so dedicated on like the work that you do in the war room, really, and understanding how are you going to create metrics and criteria for rewarding users, because it can devolve into a yield farming situation very quickly. And as long as you're clear about drawing those lines and saying, this type of content that's going to be, evaluated by our own AI powered backend, and to some extent the community is going to be eligible for earning rewards. I mean, what you want to do is like take a look at existing successful communities like Reddit. I think 5 or 10 years ago, some more like substance-filled Telegram communities, and look at, especially like ours, I think, but look at like the level of discussion that's happening there, and then create this expectation that the reward is not given out lightly. The reward is given out to people that are extremely helpful and are promoting healthy discussion. And so it's not an expectation that everyone's going to get the reward, or even majority of people, or even 25% of people are going to get the reward. It's something that's reserved for, the most serious ambassadors of your community. And that happens in the war room. That happens in the conceptualization stage for the product itself, not the economy. And so, this is a delicate balance. It's difficult to see if this is going to do well or not. One thing that really struck me is the dual token economy. For those of you that are unfamiliar, dual token economies are typically reserved to buffer sell price against the utility token or native token that's used as an investment vehicle. And so the way this is done is that different utilities will be assigned to the native token, specifically things like governance or high level functions. That is going to create some hype and speculation in the market and hopefully exit liquidity for investors. I'm not a fan of this situation, but that's how it exists. And then the ecosystem asset, like the inflationary token, is used to reward users for whatever they want to do or whatever they're going to do in this ecosystem. And then there's two ways to do this. Number one, you tie redemptions program from the inflationary token back to the utility token, so there's an actual way users can cash out. Or number two, you don't, and you give them something else of value in return. And so, in the first thing I described, that's the true earn method, because if you're not really earning a value back token like a utility token, then you're just earning an inflationary token that is going to devalue itself, and the entire value is dictated on people speculatively buying it on the open market and competing against you. But if you're, rewarding people with a redemptions program and NFTs or something that they don't really find valuable, then you have a valueless economy in the ecosystem. And so the dual token economy concerned me. I think I'm curious to read more about it though, and see what works and what they have kind of envisioned in that economy flow chart, because I might be missing something. But these are my first biased impressions. I think right now I wouldn't consider investing in the utility token, considering most of the time when people create dual token economies, they need to separate utilities to grant enough value to each token. And that means that the investment vehicle, the native token, utility token, has less inherent value because there's less utility and use case attached to it. So I'm not a huge fan of that. But again, I would definitely look into it. I think this is something I'd give maybe one thumb sideways. I want to learn a little bit more. The product looks cool. And if they can get the algorithm and the AI backend right, I think it could be very, very helpful in even moderating communities.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say one last thing that you and I personally might not value this sort of discussion in communities like When Moon and Binance and Bullish and talk about trading. But, that's just our opinion. A lot of companies in this industry, in any industry, would be stoked to see any form of engagement, whether it's really low-level comments. I'm also curious to see if they have anything to translate this to other languages, so it's not just English-dominated like much of the social media marketing is these days. It's very English speaker-centric, so there's a lot of potential here, and this might explode. We've been wrong plenty of times, and I do believe this will do well. It doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything, what they're rewarding people for, but I think there's a need for it, and people will be stoked to sign up. I'm sure they have traction already, because that's what I've heard through the grapevine so far.
Yeah. Hopefully it does well. Hopefully the product is cool. You're absolutely right. Any sort of engagement is always fun and exciting. People love feeling part of a community where there's agreement and consensus. That's a great thing. That's that's a big part of Web3, really. So hats off to Chappyz. We wish you the best. And let's see what happens. I think personally, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this and see what it's about. We know the guys that worked on the token economy, and they do some great things. So I definitely want to dive deeper on this one.